What is up, guys, and welcome back to another Hot Takes episode. It's been kind of a while since I've done one of these, but I decided, you know what, I miss doing them. So I asked you guys in my community poll to give me some of your hot takes, and today I'm going to be reacting to those and either agreeing or disagreeing with you. So without further ado, let's jump right into the first one, which is obviously the thumbnail of the video. For now, you never know, it might change, but that is that Edge should win one more world title before he finally retires for good. And I 100% completely agree with this statement. I think Edge definitely deserves one more run, even though he's 47, turning 48 very soon. It does not matter. It is freaking Edge, and he came back for one thing, and that is to win championship gold. That would make his return perfect. It would come to full circle. He wins a title that he never lost because he never lost a world championship, and I think it has to happen. Probably it should have happened with Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, but instead we got Roman Reigns versus Edge, which was pretty fire with Daniel Bryan as well. But now in 2022, we need to see Edge have one world championship reign. Next up, Jay says that NXT 2.0 honestly has the potential to be a better NXT than the late 2020 and 2021 NXT. And this is another hot take that I'm going to have to agree with, because honestly, NXT was a dying product. I will say it. I did not enjoy a single bit of NXT back then. And honestly, it needed to change. And this is exactly what it needed. It needs character. It needs people working on characters that can become stars on the main roster. And I kind of like where it's going. I know it's only been one episode and there's been a lot of jobber matches, but right now we got to let them develop their characters. I think it has potential. Austin says that WWE should bring back Cyber Sunday, but actually make the choices matter. And although this sounds like a great idea, it's just not feasible, because if you think about it, you can't really have three different options of wrestlers, because you have a time constraint. You got to figure out all the producing, all the booking of the matches, the ending, what kind of match stipulation. And if you give the power to the people, everything is just going to be super random, and it's probably going to be sloppy. And that's why they never went with that direction, which makes sense. So I don't think it should return, even though it sounds cool. It maybe have a Cyber Sunday where you book things in advance, like on a Monday Night Raw or in a SmackDown. You know what I mean? If you book it like that, that makes sense, but you can't do it directly on the show. Cosmic says that the Demon losing to Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules will bury Finn Balor, and this is another hot take that I'm going to have to disagree with, because a loss does not mean that someone is buried, and I don't think the Demon's gonna win anyways. It's Roman Reigns. He's definitely going to retain. He even has a match that was announced against Brock Lesnar for Crown Jewel, so honestly, we all expected the Demon to lose, and I don't think it's gonna bury him. I think if anything, they're gonna try their hardest to protect him and figure out a way to make the Demon look strong, even though he's going to lose. That is what the WWE always does. For now, though, Roman Reigns has to win, in my opinion. CHZ says that Roman Reigns should be one of the longest reigning champions ever, and obviously I'm gonna have to agree with this, because I'm the same guy that said this man should be champion for multiple years. Maybe I was exaggerating it just a little bit, but I honestly would not mind seeing Roman Reigns hold on to this Universal Championship for a full 2 years. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm not against it. If there's one person who can do it, it is Roman Reigns, because that is how good he is right now. He's on the top of his game, and honestly, he's been entertaining every single week since turning heel, and he's feuding with 3 guys right now, and he's still doing a good job. Like, that's just crazy to think about, so I would not mind if he continues being champion. This hot take says that WWE will reach the heights it did during the Attitude Era in a couple of years once again, and this is wrong. I know you have opinions and stuff, but this is just incorrect. There is no way that the WWE is ever going to get to that popularity that it once had. It's just impossible. The 18 to 49 demographic does not care about wrestling that much. A lot of people don't care about wrestling. A lot of people left wrestling. A lot of people know it's fake and scripted now and really don't care about it anymore. There's just so many factors that killed wrestling and made it, like, honestly kind of feel dead right now, that I just don't ever see it coming back, especially to the Attitude Era heights. It's just, that's impossible. Martin says that Damien Priest will be a future world champion within a year or two, and this might be a hot take for me, but I don't see that happening. Honestly, I was thinking about Damien Priest, and I think his ceiling is the upper mid-card level, like a Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn type of wrestler, which is honestly fine if you think about it. Working for the WWE and being at that level is an accomplishment. You should not be embarrassed. It's not me trying to attack him and make him feel like a loser. No, that's the complete opposite. opposite. I just don't see Damien Priest fitting in the world title picture, especially when there's so many other guys that are right there that need that title that don't have it right now, because you know there's only 2 top world champions, and Damien Priest doesn't seem like someone that is going to get there, to be honest. New backer the noob says that Baron Corbin should be a world champion. He has the JBL vibes with this new happy rich gimmick, and this is something that I actually have to agree with. I don't mind if Baron Corbin wins the WWE Championship. In one of my videos, I said that Big E should drop his title to Sheamus, and as much as I would love to see that, and I could see it happening, if Sheamus isn't the one to beat him, I honestly think Baron Corbin is probably the best option after that. It would attract a ton of heat, and Baron Corbin would be hated by so many people. It would honestly work out for the best. I would want to see it. CJ says that Drew should turn heel since he's been racking up L's as of late, and I disagree. I don't think Drew McIntyre should be a heel. I think there's way too many heels in the WWE, and Drew McIntyre is one of those good baby faces that a lot of people like, especially the general audience of who watches the WWE. I know he's been losing some matches here and there, but that doesn't matter. If WWE really wants, they could easily just book him to win matches, and you won't even remember these losses that he had. Robbie said that AEW's roster is so bloated with enough screen time to go around and make new stars. RIP Hangman Page's career. And you're wrong. I'm sorry. This is just another hot take I'm not agreeing with. Like, I understand the roster is a little stacked right now, and they might have to, I don't know, maybe have 2 different brands or whatever, where they have a brand split. That's a possibility, but this doesn't mean that Hangman's career is over. It's honestly not. Hangman's going to return next week in New York, and then he's going to be Kenny Omega for the AEW World Championship at Full Gear. Book it. It's going to happen. Literally, that's probably what the plan is. Montez Ford should face Roman on a SmackDown. It would get Montez over even more, and 12-minute banger sounds nice. And I agree. I wanted to see this even before I saw this hot take. I was thinking about it. I think Montez Ford and Roman Reigns should have a singles match, maybe at a pay-per-view for the Universal Championship, like in December, like something before the Royal Rumble, but after Survivor Series. Just give him one opportunity, nothing too crazy. I think that match would be a banger. I don't even want to see it on a SmackDown. I want to see it on a pay-per-view. I honestly agree. It would help Montez Ford get over even more. The artist formerly known as Leroy Jenkins says that Goldberg should have never come back in 2016, and I disagree. I kind of liked Goldberg coming back in 2016 and defeating Brock Lesnar to shock literally everyone. Nobody saw that coming, but I do think that they should not have booked him to win any world championships. Those were bad decisions. Tyler says that WWE will regret releasing Bray Wyatt as soon as he goes somewhere else. Honestly, no, they probably won't, to be fair. Like, this WWE, they don't care. They never cared about Bray Wyatt. I thought they did. I really did. But the fact that they just gave this guy L's and made him lose so many matches, I don't think they cared about Bray Wyatt at all. And plus, they even have the Fiend's gimmick, and they're still selling his merch, so they don't even care even more. It's kind of ridiculous, but I think it will be a big L on them. Maybe in the long term, if AEW becomes even bigger because of Bray Wyatt, then they will regret it. But if it doesn't affect the ratings, they won't care. John says that Dynamite and Rampage next beat will be Raw in the ratings and in the key demo, and I agree. I think that Dynamite can honestly get 1.7 million viewers next week, and if Raw does not have a good Monday night episode, which I do know that they just announced the Bloodline versus the New Day, but if they don't get over 1.7 million views, there's a chance that AEW could honestly beat Raw, and that is scary. We're gonna have to wait and see. I honestly see it happening. World of Wrestling says that Bobby Lashley has never been good. He has no character, no charisma. He's okay in the ring, and he is a mid-card level at best, and that's just wrong. Like, we can't even talk about this anymore. This is just an incorrect statement. Moving on, New Hacker, whatever his name is, he says that AJ Styles versus Triple H should happen at WrestleMania 38 to end Triple H's career, and that sounds like a dope match, and I would honestly want to see it, because if there's one person who's going to give Triple H a good last match, it is AJ Styles, and that match just sounds really good. It's a dream match we need to see, so I kind of want to see it. And the last one we have, You Don't Know Me, and he says that the Undisputed Era is better than the Elite, and I disagree with this one as well. I think the Elite are so much better. I never really was too into the Undisputed Era. Like, I like them, but I don't think they were as great as everyone thought they were, so I prefer the Elite. I prefer the Super Click, whatever you want to call these guys nowadays. I like them more, and that's just what I think. Anyways, that is it for this Hot Takes episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Let me know some of your hot takes in the comments below. On the screen right now are some other videos that you should check out if you have some free time, so go ahead and click one of them. I will see you all in the next video.